Welp, here we are with another disk failure. The irony is that it's the disk that I put in here to replace the SSD that failed last time. And it did fail. There were a lot of people that tried to argue with that point with me. I'm kind of surprised it only says there's one. That's a little interesting to me, but well, that broke the program. But it was causing me all kinds of grief with VMs suddenly pausing and read errors when I was trying to do Btrfs scrubs on some of these that are running Btrfs. You can see it's hanging here. Take a look. Oh, I thought that would be a little bit worse than it is, but anyway. Yeah, still only says one current pending sector. So is the disk bad? Well, it's kind of arguable whether or not the disk is bad, but I'm having problems with the drive. And its communication over the bus, clearly, causing all kinds of grief. So I'm just going to pull it out of there and replace it. And I don't even know where I put it. Oh, here it is. It's going to be going in there. It's another SSD. This is another one of those Kingston A400s. I hate these things because they don't generally work. But it's sitting around, so I'll give it something to do. But I gotta transfer all these virtual machines first off of the drive and get that drive cleared off. Another thing I've done with this, you might be able to notice here, you can see there's more drives back there. I've doubled the number of actual working storage drives on the external side. So this now has 8 drives to store virtual machine disk images. This is used purely for backups. Okay, I've got the transfer done. One disk is not transferring thanks to the fact that, of course, as mentioned, there's a disk problem. So at this point, we're just going to go ahead and power off everything and power off the machine itself. And you can see the disk activity and all that. So yes, looking at that disk activity, every once in a while something's happening, but it really doesn't explain why that LED is on solid all the time. So that's kind of interesting. That's pretty much done, so I should be able to go ahead and shut this down and change that drive. Okay, it's this drive right here. That is my problem. So I'm going to pull that and put in this. And there we go.
That was easy.
Okay, so with the hardware portion done, now I got to do the software portion. Hopefully I plugged everything in correctly. I won't be able to tell because I can't go into setup on this because it doesn't really like this monitor. I guess 1024 by 768 is too low for it. You can take a look at what we have. So, what do we have going on here? Yeah, we got F and H. Which disk is that? That should be disk 3. So it should be this one. Oh, I'm sorry, disk 2. The third disk, disk 2. Helps if you spell it right. Yeah, 3 partitions there. Wipe them out. And you can see they are not there anymore. So the next thing I'm going to actually do is I'm going to close all this crap out again. And I'm going to restart the machine so I could get my drive letters hopefully back in order. I would have thought that a reboot would have straightened out the drive letters. It did not. We'll initialize that with GPT. Yes, they're not in order. I can live with that. I want the backup drive to be the last one anyway. So then we come up, or we don't because the scroll bar doesn't work. We make our new volume. And okay. At this point, we are now ready to go. Should have checked the health data on that drive. That might have been smart, right? So now you have to do the fun task of recreating some of those virtual machines. Now, why is VirtualBox not on my taskbar? It should be on my taskbar. There we go. Like I said, there are some things that will have to move. But I'm going to do some rejigging. Those are on their own, but I've got too many things on some of these other disks. So I want to rework some of this stuff. So I'm going to do some of that off camera and start making some transfers. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video with that because the rest of it is basically just dealing with things that are unrelated to the actual machine itself. Recovery, etc. of this one virtual machine that got screwed up. So it shouldn't be too difficult to really do that. But what I will need to do, there's a bunch of errors on that I'll have to probably fix. Hopefully nothing serious, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video there. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below.